No mixed weather today, it seems. The rain just decided, nope, I guess I'll come for the whole day. I don't think it's gonna stop by the looks of it. And what's going on today? I guess this was kind of interesting. DJI is announcing a new drone, and by the looks of it, it's going to be a new Inspire drone. They didn't even really try to, I guess, make it mysterious like they usually do. This one says, Inspiration Arrives. It's coming on April 13th, and they're announcing it at 9 a.m. EDT. It has actually been mostly just the smaller drones that they've been releasing. Different variations of the Mavics, for example, and people have been complaining, where's all the bigger ones? For example, the Phantom series or the Inspire series. So I guess this will be the one for a lot of people who are looking for the bigger quality ones. And they go through all these marketing materials, basically just saying, I don't know, the evolution of the drones. Not much details in general, but just in terms of what has been spreading around online, you can see pictures of what is allegedly this new Inspire 3 drone. Not much available in terms of price and specs from what I gather. It looks as you would expect in terms of a quote Inspire type of drone. Basically, it'll be able to carry bigger payloads in terms of the larger cameras. It's meant more for professional work. It's kind of funny because I remember for those drone meetups we used to have around here, the first drone that someone was flying was actually an Inspire drone. I was like, what the heck? That thing's like so humongous. It looks cool, but could you imagine flying this thing just, I don't know, just on a random, oh, I feel like taking a video or picture all of a sudden. The only larger drone that comes to mind, which gathered a lot of attention, is that Sony Airpeak. So with this coming out, will it make that obsolete? Either way, it gives people more choices, I guess, for people who want the larger drones. Although with that news like yesterday, how various places like Florida, they're banning, for example, quote, Chinese-made drones, will people like police officers actually invest in these larger drones still, considering all the geopolitical stuff that's going around? Because in terms of the police, again, I would think these are the types of people who would use larger drones like these. So it's kind of interesting reading this one today. It was from the Niagara County Sheriff, and it says, here's the video from our drone of this morning's vehicle pursuit where the driver fled on foot. The drone allows us to locate individuals and our lead deputies directly to them. And it is, as they say, someone running away, and with a thermal camera, they could actually detect them, and just like that, the person was caught. Doesn't seem like the person did very well in terms of hiding. But it makes me wonder again, in terms of these larger drones now, will people like police or government officials in the US, for example, actually still purchase large drones like, say, an Inspire drone because of all that stuff about banning Chinese-made drones for people like government agencies in various places? It'll be kind of interesting. And with things around the world, I was just catching up about what was happening in France. If you guys remember, I'm still wondering why it isn't a big deal in terms of the news even here. But you can see, look at how many people there are, and here it says what? Protesters invade the headquarters of BlackRock in Paris. So I believe they do things like investments and all that. And wow, look at all the people there. It looks like complete anarchy, well, in terms of the image, but it's just a mass protest in general. Again, I believe this all began from them changing the age requirements, I guess, for a pension from 62 to 64, and people, I guess, just said that's enough. It wasn't just that in general, but it's everything, so they're unhappy about the government. And even here, it just goes on, like here it says what? While Macron is visiting China, a protester set fire to his favorite restaurant in Paris. So again, people are just unhappy, and I'm still wondering why this isn't, again, everywhere on the news and all that. Apparently a lot of people are just going on strike too. What a crazy image here in terms of, I guess, the garbage just being left and not collected. It says here, if you think this is not bad enough, the second phase of Paris strikes will start next week. Paris will be literally turned into a giant trash bin until the BlackRock pension reform is thrown out. That's one heck of a protest, I guess you could say. How will this end? I don't know, but either way, whatever results here, I wouldn't be surprised if everywhere else in the world kind of follows along per se, if they're unhappy about something, because over the past couple of years, it just seems like a lot of people have had enough, I guess, where they don't feel like they've had a voice, they're being locked down and so forth, so who knows how this will turn out. not raining here, so I thought I'd check it out to see if the blossoms were ready yet. Alright, see you guys later.